embryonic stem cells have been very innovative, and it's making a big change in like other people's lives. But personally, for me, I don't agree with it because it's only been tested on a few people, and none of them, well, most of them have survived, but a lot of the majority haven't. And so I found out that it actually can cause tumors as well, so it can actually default and be more dangerous to an individual rather than being a benefit, and it's also extremely risky. So I think that in a way it's helpful, but the percentage of people getting cured by it is not very vast.
Well, you know, it kind of depends, because I mean, honestly, the embryo is kind of doesn't have emotions, so it's not really scared about dying and everything. But the person who might need those stem cells to, you know, perhaps live a few more years or perhaps a few more decades is going to be really scared about dying. So I guess I think it's okay.
Because I'm a Christian, and I take a Christian perspective on how I live and my decisions that I make, there's a part of me that feels like there's no exception to the rule that we shouldn't use them. I obviously have no problem with adult stem cells, but if we believe life begins at conception, if we believe at conception we have a soul and a spirit and a purpose, then I find difficulty in making that okay, justifying it. But my human nature, my human response is to say the embryos are going to be thrown away or not used.
I don't personally agree with it because I think it's wrong against everything that I believe in, and it's going to lead into stuff that won't be right in the future for society and medically and everything.
I think stem cell research is one of the most promising promising breakthroughs in medicine in the past 50 years, and it's not being funded purely because of religious reasons. You know, religious people think these 3-day-old human embryos have souls, which I think is silly. You know, a 3-day-old human embryo only has 150 cells, whereas in the brain of a fly there's 150,000 cells. So if you're worried about killing it, you should be more worried about killing a fly. And, you know, more cells come off your nose when you scratch your nose, so technically you're committing a holocaust of potential human beings when you scratch your nose, just as much as you are if you use an embryo for medical research. So I love stem cell research. I think it's awesome, and I totally think it should be funded. I think if you don't think it should be funded, your views are probably a little misguided.